Hey guys, this is Isaac and Bjorn bringing you Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction Speedrun Segment 8, which is Zordoom, and
yes,
the...
it is the longest segment of them all, by far.
Yeah, Zordoom is by far the longest planet, and just to top it all off, there's also the Verdigris black hole on the end. Anyway, I purchased the Pyroblaster, and the Pyroblaster is by far the most important weapon on this run, not counting the Razor Claws as a weapon, of course. And the reason this is such a long segment is because this is where the Pyroblaster begins at V1 and ends at V4 in one planet. And this glitch is, of course, notable because we don't have to do the stupid grind rail one, which takes
This is
forever.
an obnoxiously long grind rail. It really is.
And then there you can see the wonderful application of the Hollow Pirate disguise. Using the Hollow Pirate returns you control of your camera. The camera centers behind you, and then you can pan it around like usual. And although typically during grind rails you can't control your camera, so even though I wasn't technically grinding on it, they still found the need to steal my camera. But the Hollow Pirate returned it. And just tiny skip here. Zordoom, the route is very solid. The only reason that it takes so long is, again, there's significant death abuse training. These big metal guys, they're like called Sentinels or Stalkers or something. Talwyn says it, I think, once in the whole run. They give you a lot of experience. All the big enemies give you a lot of experience. So the two that are up ahead, you can actually see them right now. Those two are the enemies we repeatedly kill. Nice skip here also. Because these two, they're really close to a save point, which obviously is important, and there's no other enemy that we can this quickly just repeatedly murder before slag that gives you anywhere near as much experience. Like, look at how much experience we have now, and then look at how much we have after we kill this guy. So
and we just got another health upgrade there, too.
Yeah, so these guys are just great for leveling up. I mean, you can see there, that was like, I don't know, maybe a fifth of a level just from that one guy. So
I'd say like a third. I mean, it's a lot. It really is.
Yeah, and these guys are by far the best choice, even though we do have to kill them a lot of times. And here you see me smash these crates, even though it's been a long time since I've intentionally destroyed crates to get bolts. I'm actually getting ammo, because you don't want to trigger the autosave when you have like 10 ammo and then not have enough to kill them. And now that I've triggered the autosave, I go and commit suicide. Because I'm so emo. So now we charge boots around and come up here and then swing across and murder the first guy. It's important to note the manner in which we move around him, because the attacks are certainly very easy to dodge, but you want to place yourself somewhere good so that you can get to the next guy very quickly. And this one I didn't do so well, but a lot of the later ones are really, really clean. And considering that, you know, one little mistake here, obviously these guys one-shot us, so it's segment ruined. And then, yeah, already V2. So, quite a bit of experience there.
And suicide.
Yeah. So then you charge boots backwards, and go past these guys, and
swing shot on over there.
Swing across here, and then it's really important to note how I kill this guy. So I'll start over here, and then you need to move around them well, because, I mean, as you can see, the attacks aren't actually that difficult to dodge. But when you kill them, you want to be somewhere good, so you can go and kill the second guy faster. And I didn't do a great job on this one, but you can see a lot of the later ones are really clean. So I
kill him, and then a suicide.
Suicide, and as you can see, V2. I can't do this. I do not have
charge boots over here.
Yeah, I don't have the memory to do this.
Yeah.
So, the long story short, we have to kill these two guys 13 times.
We were gonna go for like repeating the same thing every time we kill them, but it's too much.
Yeah, you have to kill them quite a bit. Although, like, when you think about it, like, you know, 26 kills seems like a huge amount. It seems like this is taking forever. But, I think it only takes, like, collectively, like, 6 or 7 minutes or something. So, considering the only other really functioning option for a weapon that can do decent damage is the Rhino, I'm pretty sure that collecting the Rhino plans and then getting the one on Fastoon and then flying back to Sargasso and then getting it, and then flying back to Fastoon would definitely take longer. Especially because then you won't even have a weapon for Kirchu Guardian or Slag, so you'd have to find something else to deal with them. But the Pyroblaster is a very profoundly powerful weapon.
It makes the bosses laughable.
Yeah, they're just silly at this point, especially Slag. Slag's ridiculous. Because, like, whenever you use the sexual predator launcher, whatever it's called, the auto-lock thing, then what happens is you can see each of the boss's target zones. Like, you can see these guys, I think they have, like, one in each leg joint, and then one in their head or something like that. And the Pyroblaster can actually damage multiple of these, and that's what makes it so powerful. So I think I go to V3, no, it's the next one. So that's... The reason that it's so powerful is just because it damages bosses several times over what its actual base damage is. Which is also probably what makes the Shard Reaper a good choice. For some reason, all the weapons that have this really wide damage spread are very effective. And that's the only one I can really think of.
Even in A Crack in Time, one of the better weapons at the beginning is that burping frog thing, which has an insanely large spread, but deals an insane amount of damage at the same time. So,
yeah, that guy's certainly an interesting weapon. Actually, although I do have to say, the best weapon in Crack in Time is easily the Buzz Blades. I think they got some negative response to how lame the Buzz Blades were in Tools, and overcorrected. And it's one thing that I haven't really mentioned is you'll see that I usually try and wrench right before I suicide, whether it's a wrench swing or wrenching off a cliff in the hyper strike to die faster. The reasoning behind that is that even though the hyper strike gives you a little bit more height, it makes it look like it might be a little bit faster just to walk off. This move here, where you charge boots backwards, you can't do with a gun because you're in lock strafe. So with a gun, you're pointing forward, and if you pull around, it doesn't work like that. You know, you can't just swivel around that quickly. So you have to have the wrench out so you can do that backwards charge boots.
That guy was really well placed there. That's what we talked about twice in a row earlier, where we just finished killing that guy, and as soon as he clears, he's basically already within Pyroblaster range for the second guy.
Yeah, once you get to V3, that's really your main importance is pulling that off, because it's not that difficult to do, but obviously, you know, you mess it up a few times and segment's scrapped. But overall, considering how many times you have to do this, and I have just learned it so well that there's not really much of complexity left, just turn around and start shooting.
Their tracks and walking paths are predetermined, so they're not too hard to predict once you've done it a few times.
Yeah. And the marker that I trained to, I don't actually... Well, I really hope that 13 times and 26 kills is the correct numbers, but I don't actually count them when I was doing the segment. I know that the mark is right in between the 4 and the 0 on my ammo gauge. And you can see I missed that guy there. That's the one major mistake in the segment. So I just train until the little experience bar is in between that 4 and that 0. And I know that's the marker where killing every clump of enemies until the end of the game, I'll hit V5 by Slag. Actually on the last enemy before Slag. So it's pretty much the absolute minimum amount of training that you have to do and still be able to beat the bosses. Because V5 is just amazing.
Then you have 2 streams of fire or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. I mean, you'll see coming up on the bosses how insanely quickly it kills them.
It literally is twice as fast. There's just no other way of putting it. It is exactly 2 streams of fire, and it kills them exactly twice as fast.